So this video is going to be a recap of all the damage control that has been done after I exposed certain celebrities. So in this video, we're going to talk about NBA YoungBoy, Lil Baby, Ice Spice, Kirk Franklin, Dababy, Bobby Shmurda, Fivio and Post Malone, because all of those characters have done damage control right after I exposed them. So let's get right into it. The first character we're going to talk about is NBA YoungBoy, because as you guys know, 3 weeks ago I made a video where I decoded NBA YoungBoy, and I talked about how he calls himself 38 baby, and he uses the number 38 a lot because death equals 38 and murder equals 38. So in this video, I basically decoded his entire character because all of his gematria is connected to death. So it's a high possibility that NBA YoungBoy is going to fake his death, or somebody around him is going to die. And right after I made this video, 1 week later, NBA YoungBoy drops this music video and he's literally laying in a coffin. You know, as soon as the music video starts, you see him laying in this coffin. So this really shows how much of an impact my videos have. You know, the fact that I made this whole video breaking down how NBA YoungBoy is going to fake his death because of all the death gematria that is associated with him. And then right after, he drops this music video and it literally looks like he's dead. So he's putting it right in our face. And this is clear damage control to my video because the timing of that is not a coincidence. And I even mentioned this in my Quando Rondo video because Quando Rondo is very scripted with death as well. So one of these characters is going to fake their death, and it's only a matter of time. And in this music video, he's around this coffin the entire video. So it's almost like he's letting me know that he saw my video and now he's doing mockery with it. You know what I mean? Because the timing of this is just not a coincidence. So let's look at the dates so I can prove to you guys that he dropped that video right after my video. So I made this video on September 9th, 2022. As you guys can see, the date is right here. And then exactly 1 week later, on September 16th, 2022, NBA YoungBoy drops this music video. And he's literally laying in a coffin at the very beginning. And a lot of people made memes about it and stuff like that. But instantly I knew he was doing damage control to my video because this was one of my best decodings that I've ever done on my channel. So I recommend you guys check out this video if you haven't. YouTube hid this video from a lot of people because I really went in detail about NBA YoungBoy's character and how everything about him is scripted with death. I even looked up his address and how all of that connects to death and a bunch of other things. So I recommend you guys check out this video. The link is in the description below. But anyways, moving along. This song that NBA YoungBoy dropped was a remix of a song that Shmurda made a long time ago. So YoungBoy posted this and he said, "Free Shmurda." And Shmurda responded and he said, "I never felt this way about a song. You literally made my heart stop." So this is more predictive programming that he might fake his death as well, because he said that YoungBoy made his heart stop. And when your heart stops, you die. And his name is Shmurda. So there's a good chance he's going to fake his death as well. And also keep in mind, this is another connection that NBA YoungBoy has with murder, because if you guys remember in this video where I decoded NBA YoungBoy's death, I mentioned the word murder a lot because he has like 3 different songs with the word murder in the title. So YoungBoy is heavily connected to that, and I explained that in the video. So it's kind of ironic that he remixes Shmurda's song right after that. But anyways, moving along. He said, "You did like a jungle a real justice. It made me feel so good to know I am not forgotten and recognized by someone so real. I salute you until I am in the casket and after, forever true." So Shmurda is doing so much predictive programming with this comment right here. He's hinting at the fact that he's going to die soon. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Alright, so another weird thing that YoungBoy did after my video. 11 days ago, he posted this picture on YouTube in his community tab. And he said, "I don't want to die in surgery." So again, he's doing more foreshadowing of his death. And I don't know exactly what he means by that because I don't know what type of surgery he's referring to. But either way, the devil's in the details with this picture right here, because I really analyzed this picture and I found so many things that are going to shock you guys. So the first thing I noticed was this thing in the background kind of looks like a cross. And also another thing I noticed was he has this monkey chain, and the monkey has a 38 chain as well. You know, everything about NBA YoungBoy is 38. And if you pay close attention to this picture, there's a small detail in the background. Let me know if you guys see it in the comments right now before I point it out. So if you haven't noticed the detail yet, pay close attention to the background, because in the background you can see in the reflection of the mirror behind him, you can see that the back of his shirt has a Skull and Bones logo on it. And the Skull and Bones represent death, but this is also a reference to the Skull and Bones Society. I recommend you guys do research on that if you haven't, or if you guys want, I can make a video breaking it down, because Skull and Bones use the number 322 a lot, and I'll talk about that later in this video. So yeah, I just find it very interesting that in the background you can see the Skull and Bones on the back of his shirt. So that was a very interesting reference right there. And here's a video of YoungBoy saying he was supposed to die in a drive-by shooting.
I pulled a die from a drive-by yesterday. That one ain't jump on none of my. I pulled a die from a drive-by yesterday.
So that was an old video of YoungBoy saying he's gonna die, and I forgot to show that in my recent YoungBoy video, so I just wanted to show you guys that. And also, I do know YoungBoy's base character, so I will be exposing him very soon, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, moving along, the next character that did damage control was Lil Baby. So as you guys know, I made this video 5 months ago, and I exposed every detail about Lil Baby's character in this video, and Craig Mack's character as well. And as you guys can see, they look exactly alike right here. This one is completely undeniable. And also, shout out to one of my subscribers, because you guys commented who Lil Baby's base character is, and it's a very old immortal person. So shout out to the person that told me about that. I will be dropping a video on that very soon, because that really needs to be out there. You know, Lil Baby has a very old character, and it's not the guy that the media keeps pushing. You know, there's a very old video of this guy rapping that they're saying is Lil Baby. It's not him. You know, there's another character that's very old as well that is actually Lil Baby's base character, and you guys are gonna be shocked when I make that video. But anyways, the reason I'm bringing up Lil Baby is because in this video right here, I made so many good points about how Lil Baby doesn't have a storyline to his character. In this video, I showed clips of Lil Baby saying he doesn't know why he started rapping. They tried asking him questions about how he started rapping, and he couldn't even answer it, you know, so that shows he had no storyline when I made this video. And also, when I made this video, I pointed out that there was no kid pictures of Lil Baby, and there was no baby pictures either. So that was very strange, and I mentioned that in this video. So the reason I bring all of this up is because right after I made this video, Lil Baby dropped an entire documentary trying to explain his history and his storyline. And basically everything that I exposed in this video, he did damage control, and they even posted videos of Lil Baby as a kid. So let's look at the dates, so I can prove to you guys that this was obviously damage control to my video, because nobody else was exposing this. You know, I clearly mentioned how Lil Baby has no storyline, and I showed proof in this video. You know, I showed many clips of Lil Baby's sister, and I also showed videos of Lil Baby himself not being able to explain his storyline. So I dropped this video called Craig Mack is Lil Baby on April 24th, 2022, right? And 4 months later, on August 26th, 2022, Lil Baby dropped a documentary talking about his storyline, and they showed videos of him as a kid. So this was 100% damage control to my video. You know, the dates don't lie. What are the chances that 4 months after I mention he has no baby pictures and no kid pictures and no storyline, 4 months later, they do an entire documentary where they show these fake videos of him as a kid that never existed prior to me making this video? So the proof is right here in the dates. This is not a coincidence, because in my video I even said that they're going to try to do damage control after my video. So I'm going to play the clip for you guys right now where I explain that. And this is going to shock you guys because I literally called it in this video. But now I want to get into his story, because his story doesn't make any sense. First of all, there's no baby pictures of him. You would think somebody called Lil Baby would have a lot of baby pictures, but there's no baby pictures of him, no kid pictures, nothing. You know, I couldn't even find any teenager pictures of him. So his story doesn't make any sense. He has no real story. Like, out of every celebrity I've seen, he has no actual storyline to his character. It's like he just popped up one day and became a rapper. So I'm going to show you guys a video of Lil Baby's sister, supposedly. You know, she looks nothing like him, but apparently that's his sister, and she's saying that Lil Baby asked for $40 and stuff, and he came back with 100K. And that story doesn't make any sense. And then right after that, I'm gonna show you guys an interview where they ask Lil Baby how he started rapping and his come up story, and he says he doesn't even know how he started rapping. So he's contradicting everything she said, and on top of that, he doesn't even know why he started rapping or how he started rapping. So this is 100% proof that not only is he just a character, but he has no storyline. You know, normally these characters have a storyline, but he has zero storyline. And I bet you a couple months or years from now, they're going to fabricate some baby pictures of him or kid pictures of him because I'm mentioning it right now. You know, once more people bring awareness to the fact that he has no storyline or baby pictures, that's usually when they do the damage control. So I bet you after I drop this video, you know, sometime later they're going to do some damage control with this. But as of right now, there is no baby pictures of him, and he has no actual storyline to how he started rapping. And I even said they might fabricate some pictures and videos of him as a kid to try to prove something. And sure enough, 4 months after my video, they did exactly that. So this was a clear response to my video because that was a very deep video. So I recommend you guys check it out. The link is in the description below. Or you can just type in Craig Mack is Lil Baby and it'll pop up. So anyways, here's the videos of Lil Baby as a kid. And notice the caption on this one. They said Lil Baby had an old soul when he was younger. And that has double meaning because he's a very old character. You know, when I expose his base character, you guys are going to be shocked how old he is. So here's the clips of him as a kid. And these videos look very strange. You know, even just looking at this picture right here, this looks extremely CGI'd and deepfaked. So just keep that in mind. None of these videos are real because if they were, why weren't they around before I made my video? You know what I mean? Like, what are the chances that right after I expose him, then they start rolling out these videos of him as a kid? So here's the videos.
You ate? Oh my god. Shirley is 9. Oh, okay. Excuse me, you ain't in my conversation.
And how old are you?
Let's put the curtain stand.
Dominique.
And I'm 7 years old, and I am a...
Put that thing. Dominique, you having a Merry Christmas? You having a Merry Christmas?
I'm having a good Merry Christmas.
Ooh, you go, boy. Uh-oh, you go, boy. Merry Christmas.
Alright, so now let's get into the next character that has done damage control. Because as you guys know, 7 days ago, I made this video about Ice Spice, GloRilla, and ChriseanRock. And I exposed all of these characters for their nasty agenda. And I also went into detail about Ice Spice's base character, which is Lucille Ball from I Love Lucy. Because as you guys can see, they look so much alike right here. And they both have red hair, which is another big connection. So I recommend you guys check out this video if you haven't. The link is in the description below. A lot of you guys really liked this video because I really went into detail about I Love Lucy, the show, and all of the gematria that shows how scripted her character was. And this one is very easy to see, you know, and it's kind of ironic that they both have a picture posing exactly the same right here. So this was a perfect matchup right here. You know, that's not a coincidence. And I even did some more research for you guys, and I noticed that in gematria, Ice Spice equals 29 and Lucille equals 29. So there's a lot of connections between these two characters. And also, one thing I didn't mention in that video is the fact that Ice Spice is a mixed character. You know, she's a mixture of Lucille Ball, Latto, and also this male rapper, Central C. You know, as you guys can see, she looks a lot like him right here. Their noses are very similar right here, and it's really creepy. And both of them are drill rappers, but she's from New York and he's from the UK. But both of their styles are very similar. So I did want to bring this up because she looks a lot like him right here. But now let's get into the damage control, because right after my video, the Shade Room posted this stupid post that is clearly damage control, and I'm really sad that a lot of people actually believe this. Shout out to the people that noticed that this was damage control, but I find it really sad that some people believe everything the media shows them. You know, people saw this and they instantly believed that they look alike. So the Shade Room posted this picture of LMA and Ice Spice, and they put a tweet of Lil Duval, and they said Ice Spice look like a ghetto LMA, even though they don't look shit alike. And just be honest, you guys, do these people really look alike to you? They don't look alike at all. And they really tried pushing this narrative right after my video. And if you guys been watching my channel for a long time, you guys should already know that the Shade Room does a lot of damage control to my videos. You know, they've responded to me multiple times. Like that one time when I exposed Drake because his other character is Tyler Lepley. You know, right after I made that video, the Shade Room posted a video of Tyler Lepley and they said he was Drake's twin. So you guys should already know that the Shade Room responds to me a lot and they always do damage control. And of course, Ice Spice commented and she said we're cousins on my dad's side, which is obviously damage control because I actually know who Ella Mae's other character is. As you guys can see on the screen, Ella Mae looks exactly like Isaiah Thomas, the basketball player. And this is completely undeniable. She looks way more like Isaiah Thomas than Ice Spice. So they're trying to do damage control and throw people off from this. And they're also trying to throw people off from the fact that Lucille Ball is Ice Spice because they look way more similar than Ella Mae. So I really felt the need to just expose her in this video because so many people think she's other people. You know, some people think she's Pete Davidson, but that's wrong as well. And now they're trying to push the narrative that she looks like Ice Spice, but they don't look alike at all. You know, she actually looks way more like Isaiah Thomas. And this is why you won't see the Shade Room posting this, because this will really expose her for who she really is. You know, they never post the true ones. They always try to throw people off. And I've been knowing about this for a very long time, but I never felt the need to expose her until now because they're really using her to do damage control to my video. And the fact that Ice Spice even responded to this really shows that they saw my video and they instantly try to do damage control. So here's some connections that I found between Ella Mae and Isaiah Thomas. So Ella equals 12 and Isaiah equals 12 in the same cipher. And then Isaiah equals 24 and Ella equals 24 as well. And her real name is Ella Mae Howell. So her full name, Ella Mae Howell, equals 47. And Isaiah equals 47 as well. And here's a connection that I found with Isaiah Thomas's full name. Isaiah Jamar Thomas equals 59, just like Freemasonry. And then Isaiah Thomas equals 201, just like the Jesuit order, in the same cipher. And then Ella Mae Howell equals 56, just like Society of Jesus, in the same cipher. So these characters are very scripted to the Jesuit order. And then Ella Mae Howell equals 223, which is 322 in reverse. And like I mentioned earlier, Skull and Bones use the number 322 a lot. You know, as you guys can see, they have it right here on their logo. And the Bible is very scripted. That's why on this post right here, they showed Skull and Bones' connection to Freemasonry. And these are the same people that created the Bible, by the way. So that's why they showed Genesis 3:22. But like I said, I will be making a separate video exposing Skull and Bones, so stay tuned for that. Now let's move on to the next character that did damage control. So on September 23rd, 2022, I made this video exposing Tory Lanez, because Tory Lanez is a mixture of DMX and Kirk Franklin. And obviously one of Kirk Franklin's other characters is Plies. I made 3 videos about that as well. And as you guys can see, I dropped this video on September 23rd, right? And exactly 10 days later, Kirk Franklin does this interview where he FaceTimes Plies and they're trying to do damage control. And they even made an entire article about this, which I found very insane. You know, the fact that they're going this far to do damage control to my videos. So this article says, haters will say it's photoshopped. Kirk Franklin and Plies kill the rumors. It says, legendary gospel musician Kirk Franklin has once again addressed a long-running joke about his uncanny resemblance to Grammy-winning rapper Plies. Sitting down with the Breakfast Club co-host Angela Yee, Franklin tried to prove that he's not actually the same person as Plies. During the interview, the gospel artist engaged in a video chat with Plies to prove his case. And it's kind of funny because even in this picture that they showed, they still look very similar right here. You know, it's obvious that Plies is one of Kirk Franklin's characters. And like I always tell you guys, they are able to be in the same room together. You know, these are deities. They can be in multiple vessels at once. So here's a video of Kirk Franklin and Plies doing damage control right after my video.
I am not he, and he is not I. What's up? What's up? What's up?
I've been trying to reach out to you for the longest. Listen, man, we're going to do something for Florida, right?
Let's do it, you know.
So me and my twin, we're coming to Florida.
Hey, we twinning right now, for real, for real.
For real, for real. And we're going to help the people. All right, help's coming. From the Franklin boys.
I don't like how if Kirk Franklin gets mad, they act like he turned into you. Because you're a very happy person.
I love it.
So now let's talk about Dababy, because as you guys know, I made a video about him recently because he did a lot of mockery to the fact that his base character is Mekhi Phifer. And as you guys know, I made a video about that a couple months ago. And I already talked about that in my recent video and on Instagram, because on Instagram I was actually able to show the clips of Dababy basically doing the same scene that Mekhi Phifer did in the movie Paid in Full. So if you guys want to see that video, go to my Instagram. The link is in the description below and it's pinned on there, and I basically showed those two clips side to side. But anyways, the reason I'm talking about him briefly right now is because he did this music video called Boogeyman, and he dressed up as this creature right here, and he's basically showing us the deity that he is. So here's a video of him dressed up as this creature.
Hey, who the f*** that blocked me, man?
Now let's move on to Bobby Shmurda, because he did a lot of damage control after I made this video. So 6 months ago, I made this video called Biggie Smalls is Bobby Shmurda. And as you guys can see, they look so much alike in this picture. And they both have that same lazy eye. You know, that was a big connection right there. So 5 months after this video, Bobby Shmurda linked up with Biggie's son, CJ Wallace, and he showed him a Biggie Smalls chain. Do you guys really think that's a coincidence? He's putting it right in our face that his base character is Biggie Smalls. And on top of that, if you guys saw my video about Biggie, I showed you guys a lot of Fugazi lyrics that he has in his music. So this is another connection that Bobby Shmurda's base character is Biggie, because Bobby Shmurda was recently exposed for cuddling in the bed with two men. So Bobby Shmurda posted this video of him laying down with these two girls, and you couldn't even see their faces in the video, but you can see their hairline. And this is obviously a man. Even though they showed her afterwards and they tried to say she was a woman, you know, it's pretty obvious that that's a man. That's clearly a man's hairline. And you can even see some sideburns right here. You know, that's clearly the shape of a man. And this guy who openly likes men said he's shy, but Bobby loves him. So he's basically claiming that he's the guy in this video. So here's the video of Bobby Shmurda in bed with this man.
I know I said I'm gonna stop beating with you, Daddy. I thought I said I would go to rehab, but I was just bullshitting, man.
So there's a lot of Fugazi damage control going on, because the next character we're going to talk about is Fivio Foreign. So I made this video about Fivio Foreign 2 months ago, and I talked about how Jeremiah is Fivio Foreign. So make sure you guys check out this video. All the videos I'm referencing in this video are going to be linked in the description below. So as you guys can see, I compared Jeremiah and Fivio Foreign because they look exactly alike right here. And 1 month later, Fivio Foreign's baby mama exposed him because she found Fugazi videos on his search history. And I can't say the word, but you guys can see right here that it's some fruity type of videos that he was watching. And so there's a video of her exposing him. So I'm going to play that clip for you guys at the end of this video. But before we get into that, I just want to talk about Post Malone, because I made a video about him 4 months ago. And I talked about his base character, which is Hank Williams Jr., because they look exactly alike right here. But I also talked about how Post Malone is going to fake his death because there's so much predictive programming with it. And in this video, I showed all of the quote-unquote traumatic things that he goes through and near-death experiences that he's always going through. And of course, a couple months after I make this video, another bad thing happens to Post Malone. You know, he's performing on stage and then he trips and he breaks his ribs. But I just find it very ironic that it happened right after I made this video. So again, Post Malone is doing damage control. And he's also foreshadowing the fact that something bad is going to happen to him. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my Patreon. The links are in the description below. I'm going to drop a video on Jeffrey Dahmer on my Patreon very soon. So if you're subscribed to my Patreon, stay tuned for that video. I'm going to try to drop that tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And here's the videos of Fivio Foreign's baby mama and Post Malone breaking his ribs.
I went through his history. It was mad on his history. Besides the history, this has been happening for like 2 years already. And I have a best friend, for those who don't know. While he will fuck up. As in, the first couple times, I just thought like he was just fucking up. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm saying up as in, you know, we talk nasty. So instead of saying like this my, like he'll say this my dick or give me that dick, you know it. And at first I was like, oh, you know, maybe because I'm saying he's probably saying after me, confusing it. Like I'm not thinking nothing of it. Like, you know, I never experienced no like that, like deal with a DL, like nothing. And I was just like, maybe he's confusing it. That's it, like nothing big. But he kept doing it and kept denial, so I didn't want to ask my best friend because I felt like he was gonna be like, bro, whoa, like, you know. But I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna talk to my best friend. I'm just gonna talk to him and figure it out. Like he's around, he gets around, he fucks everything, and he does not use the. He does not use the. He does not, and he be burning because I seen him a few times with a Band-Aid on the top of his butt. Y'all know what that means. With a Band-Aid right on top of his butt cheek. A couple times. Like, he will get burned and go to the clinic and come back like nothing. Like, you wasn't gonna tell me? He will always, y'all, always have Band-Aids. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Band-Aids right on top of the butt cheek. He always had that. That means you got a shot